The video you're about to see is me working on active listening. What I tried to do was provide eye contact face to speaker so that they know that you're speaking to them, and provide them with a level of patience so you're listening to what they're saying instead of steamrolling over them and trying to control the conversation. I skip giving advice, um, and just reflect on what they're saying so it helps them feel better understood. Uh, you give them confirmation on what they're saying so that they know that you heard them. Uh, this is a display of active listening that I am trying for CED 601. And what you're going to see is me having a conversation with the lady about being a single parent and the struggles that she's facing in the school system with her daughter being a problem or having problems. And here you go. Last counseling session, you spoke about some of the challenges that you had um, with, just your overall life and parenting being a new challenge for you and figuring out how to navigate all the ups and downs of school, being a single parent with a child, and how you get your kid acclimated into education. So, why don't you tell me about that? Tell me about some of the concerns you have, and uh, we'll start off with tell me how it is, just being a single parent.
Being a single parent is um, it's very difficult. You have to make sure that you maintain structure, which I would say is very hard for me because you have to spend a lot of time with your kid, and with being a single mom, you really don't have enough time for, or you don't spend a lot of time with your kids. So when I'm with my daughter, like it's just this routine. You get up, you go to school, and then I'm at work. I don't pick you up until 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, you start doing the homework, and then by the time it hits 7:30, you still have to have dinner. You still have to make sure that she goes to bed on time, and I'm in school, so I'm trying to get my homework done as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's just extremely difficult, especially with 24 hours in a day. But it's just, like I said, it's tough. It's
Mm-hmm.
very tough.
So you said you find yourself having to stick with a structure and kind of have a schedule, everything set.
I'm
And
trying to, but it's extremely difficult, especially that my daughter, she's having trouble at school, especially the beginning. She just started kindergarten, so the first month was extremely, extremely hard because they would call me. I'm the only person they
mm-hmm.
can call because I'm a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you have
I
any other help?
I have a little bit of help. My sister, but also she works too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like she can just say, okay, I'll go pick her up when she gets into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, she's still definitely working. Um, she works at a grocery store, so she works different hours. So it's not like I can just count on her. And my daughter goes to school from 8 to 12. And being from 8 to 12, if they call me at 10, I'm getting to work at 8:30 and I have to leave at 10. So it's like I'm going to be losing my job if the teacher keeps calling me. So that's a lot of things going on with that behaviorally with her. That's very difficult for me to manage, and trying to pay bills and trying to go to work, not using as much of my sick time that I don't really have because I can't use my
Mm-hmm.
sick time to go pick her up. I need to use my sick time when she's sick.
Right.
So it's
Right.
extremely difficult and very overwhelming for me being a single mom. I don't recommend it. It's very overwhelming.
Right. Right. So you're saying some of the challenges you have is being the only person that that they can call on that your daughter can rely on, and it kind of squeezes the time that you have to do other things to make life happen, like work. And,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, what are some of her challenges in school?
Um,
And how have you,
it's
chosen,
it's
sorry, to
no, it's
approach,
okay.
kind of fixing that? How are you going about making some of those changes? And have you seen any improvement? What's
Lately I
going on
have.
with
Lately I
challenges?
have. I've actually had just behave if she doesn't get it right, like if she can't spell, let's just say cat, if she
Mm-hmm.
can't do that, she gets very frustrated and she starts throwing a tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually an
Yeah.
older kindergartner with the laws and everything, so she's after the September 1st birthday. So she's expected to be more mature than the other kids, but all reality is that she's not. That she's throwing tantrums because she doesn't know, and if she doesn't like the authority. So if her
Mm.
teacher is telling her you need to sit here, she will go against it and throw a
Mm.
tantrum because that's
Right.
not where she wants to sit. She wants to sit in the chair, not on her magic carpet
Mm. Yeah.
in her spot.
Right.
So those kind of things have been happening. It's been about 2 months now that she's been in school. The first month was very hard, and her, of course, her father's not in her life, so
Mm-hmm.
that's not somewhere I can go. But I've been in a relationship with someone for about almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's been the father figure, but we never like actually said this is your dad or anything. Like we have just gradually having that happen, but he's been very supportive. Like lately, he's been able to go to the school when she does act up
Right.
and actually be there. So that portion has definitely helped me with that, with him being there while I stay at work because he actually has the availability and the sick time or vacation time to where he could just go and stop by the school, whereas I don't have that flexibility at my job. So that portion right there has been very helpful, which has been past couple, I would say 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Two to 3 weeks have been better than the first month or so with the because at first it was the principal coming there and she had to be taken out of the room. It was
Mm-hmm.
very intense.
So you're saying the trouble that you're seeing from your daughter is mostly behavior related to academics, or?
I would say more so behavior
Mm-hmm.
now, especially. I mean, at first they weren't really, she really couldn't even get into the academics, and they started to give homework 3 weeks, I believe 3 weeks after they started school.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point, things have gotten better that I'm actually at home doing homework with her and doing more homework with her so that she's actually ahead of the class so that when she comes to school the next day, she already did her W's and her fours and her fives and she knows how to do her math work. So that portion has been very helpful. I think in the beginning I did not really know exactly what she needed to know,
Mm-hmm.
but now I feel like I have more of a grasp, and I feel like we've been spending more time doing things to make her feel successful, which I think was very. I think that's what's been helping as well. Is she was in pre-kindergarten last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like her teacher wasn't as helpful. Whereas this teacher this year for a kindergarten is actually very supportive. Like we've sat together because she was having behavioral problems in the beginning. We actually had at least 3 parent-teacher
Mm.
conversations and
Great.
trying to figure out what is the best intervention for her and what do I need to do at home so that it applies to school. So since those meetings have been happening and we're both on the same page, her behavior has been a lot better, and we know what we both want from her, and the teacher's great, so it's very helpful.
Well, it sounds like the support is kind of picking up. So whereas before you didn't have the help with the pre kinder teacher on your side and how she is, and you get a little help from someone you're dating, and he's able to help, and you're able to work more with her, and so behaviors are turning around for you. Huh?
Yes, the behavior is definitely turning around. So I see the change, which is amazing because
How
since
does
she
that?
was 2,
Mm-hmm.
she has always been kind of difficult, and I didn't understand why.
Right.
So since she was 2, it was always an issue. But it makes me feel good. It makes me feel empowered as a parent that even though stuff is going to be hard, regardless, it's going to be tough. But to know that my daughter's actually, you could see that she's happy. That portion is very rewarding.
Right. Right. So she responds well to positive behavior. And,
Yes.
okay. Whereas before, how did she feel when she was not when she was getting in trouble?
She
Did you
didn't
see a
feel,
difference?
yeah, oh, definitely. She just would just be acting out, and you could tell. And I feel like before I wasn't really asking her how she felt
Mm-hmm.
until more recently that she's been older. But before, like 3, I didn't really ask her what's wrong. I just tell her, no, this is what you're supposed to do because you're the child and I'm the parent. Whereas now I have more of an understanding of I need to figure out what her feelings are. And now I ask her what. Okay, I was like, oh, I would say my daughter's name, and then I would just ask her what her feelings were, especially when I could see that she's getting to a point to where she's getting upset. I was like, oh, it just seems like you're frustrated. Are you frustrated? What are you frustrated? She's like, yes, mommy, I'm frustrated because this, and this.
So it
Huh.
sounds like you've been doing some active listening.
Yes, I
and,
have been trying. Yes,
it's been working for you.
It's definitely been working for me.
That's definitely good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely good to hear. So, how does that make you feel about your situation and your future?
It makes me feel a little bit. Well, I don't know if about my future. I would say more so my daughter's future. I feel like there's hope. Before I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe she needs to just go ahead and get some counseling. Even though I think everyone needs counseling, that's why I'm here now.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know if there was. I didn't think at the time I didn't have hope. Now I have hope for her. But for my personal future, that's totally different. Just because of I'm still in the mode, okay, I have to go to school, I have to go to work, I have to make sure that she's here, she's there, and making sure that she's well taken care of, health wise, food wise, because it's just a whole lot of stuff that happens. So that's just the thing of becoming a single mom. You don't have that other person, so you have to make sure that everything is in line. But I feel a lot better about her in this being stable as a person. So that portion is what matters to me at this moment is to get her stable.
Right. Whereas before she was kind of all over.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, sounds like things are going on the up and up.
Definitely it
That's
is.
wonderful. That is wonderful. Was there anything else you would like to talk about today?
No, I think that I got some of the stuff that I needed out. So I appreciate you helping me. I know that we have only met a couple times, but I feel open enough to tell you, some of my personal things that I don't really even talk to about with my own family. So it feels good to actually have that outlet to actually hear someone actually listen to me.
Well, I'm glad I could help.